Okay, so hey students and artists. We are going to be doing an exercise today where you are going to be practicing drawing a couple of things: a mountain, cloud, and a complex object like a deer. So we're going to be using several of the tools that we have kind of used before when we did Google Draw. But we're going to use maybe one that you haven't played around with enough of. So the first thing is definitely we want to be able to use the zoom tool to get in close to these right here, these objects. So let's go over the mountain first. We're going to use the polyline tool to trace the mountain and shadows. We're going to group shadows together. We're going to make sure the border color is transparent, and then we're going to use one light color and one darker color for the shadows. So let's start with the mountain first. So I'm going to scroll over here to the mountain. And on this one, we're going to use the polyline tool, it says. So you've had plenty of practice doing the polyline tool. I am going to zoom in. And so it was saying I was at 85%. But I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer to this object. And with the polyline tool selected, we are going to be a little bit more detailed in this and go around the whole shape of our object. So remember, when you do the polyline tool, one of the most frustrating things, especially when you do a lot of points like this, is if you accidentally double click, it is going to try to close and make a line. And the only thing that you can do is you have to restart over. So we're going to delete that, and then you'll start back over on that. Now notice it's not perfect. I didn't go exactly right on top of the object exactly, and that's okay because every mountain is a little bit different. Now remember, when we finish up, it's got to snap together and then it's going to close up. Now it said on the directions, no border line. So we're going to make that transparent. And then you can pick any light color. Right now, you know, it always defaults to the blue, but maybe I want to come in and make this like that light pinky purple color. Okay, so once we have that, we're going to select the selection tool. You can do a couple different things. We can arrange, order, move to the back. So arrange, order, and send to the back so that we can see this object a little bit more. Now we're going to do the shadows on top of that. That's one option. Let me go back. The other option is we can hold the shift key down. Shift key kind of locks it into horizontal and vertical, and we can slide this and move this over. Okay, so I'll move that over. Either one of the two works. Basically, we want to see what's underneath here. So the next thing we're going to do is, we've still got the polyline tool selected. We're going to make the shadows. Now you can be really detailed and get all of these little cracks in here if you want, or do the major shadows. For right now, I'm just going to do the major shadows. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to get the deep shadows and try to be a little bit detailed, but you don't have to be extremely detailed. So we've got one shadow made. Let's make another. So here's this other, the taller mountain. Maybe I want to do both of these because they're kind of connected. I'll do both of these mountains at the same time. And we're going back to where it started, close it up, and then I'll finish up with this last shadow right here. I didn't cover up all of that. You can be a little bit more detailed. I know my time's going to run out on this recording. Okay, last one. All right, now the direction says that we need to group these objects together. So let's go select the selection tool. Holding the shift key down, we can select multiple things. I'm going to group all of these. Then I'm going to change it to a darker color. You don't have to change it to the darkest, but a darker color. All right, so now let's go to my view. I'm going to say fit. And now I'm going to move this over on top, slide it over. I'm holding the shift key down. Now select both of these. Remember, the direction says we have to group it. So we go over to arrange and group. Move this over right here on top.